Who cares about personal style? Hmm? Hmm? Okay. Well, I do, and that's why I made this video about it. So, people have been talking about it online a lot recently, and probably have talked this topic to death, but I still think it's interesting, so I want to share my personal perspective on personal style, why it matters, why it's even relevant. So to start off with, I want to kind of share how I started caring about fashion and personal style. So when I was in high school, I was just like trying to plan outfits, just like dressing up, just trying different outfits on. And I put on this one outfit and I really liked it, but also I was too scared to actually wear it out. And in my head, I was like, well, if I were a character in a book, I would wear this outfit. And then that thought just made me stop, and I was like, why shouldn't I act like I'm the main character of a book? Like, I'm just as interesting as a character that's been written into a book, so why shouldn't I act like it? And I ended up wearing that outfit, and looking back, I don't even think it was cute. I don't have any pictures either, but this kind of started me thinking about personal style and dressing how I want. I feel like personal style, a lot of it is about storytelling. What I love about fashion is it is both a necessity, like a functional necessity. You have to wear clothes, right? Otherwise you'll get arrested. But even if it wasn't for that, it's like, okay, it's cold, you have to put something on. Okay, it's hot, you need to protect yourself from sunburns. Things like that. You have to wear clothing. But also, it is an art form. Like, it's this intersection of art and utility that I really, really love. The purpose of art, there are two main aspects about it. It's to express and it's to connect, right? So when I am wearing clothing, I'm wearing it to express myself and then also to connect with others. It's interesting because even the people who wear clothing in a utilitarian way, they are still doing these things. So for example, my husband does not care about clothes at all. He owns like 5 t-shirts, 3 hoodies, 3 pairs of sweatpants, like 2 pairs of sneakers. And that's what he wears all the time. Then he has some like lounging clothes and whatever. But even through those like very limited pieces of clothing, you can tell a lot about him. So for example, he does not own jeans. All he wears are sweatpants. Why? He values comfort. Okay, so you can tell that just by the way he dresses. He doesn't like getting a lot of attention from other people. All his clothing, neutral colors. He has like a dark green hoodie, but it's like, I would still consider that a neutral. So even if you don't care about fashion, your fashion is still telling people something. So with that in mind, why don't we decide to be intentional with what we're telling and with what we're sharing? Because we're sharing a message anyways. So how do we make it a message that we care about or a message that we want to share? And I feel like a lot of people who dress really trendy or just like dress according to the people around them, the reason why their outfits are so boring isn't because they're trendy, but it's because they don't have a story that they're telling. Because so often you look at someone and you can tell that the story that they're trying to tell you is, I'm cool. So they're wearing trendy stuff that cool girls wear. Or the story they're trying to tell you is, I'm hot. So they're wearing flattering, conventionally attractive outfits. And it's like, it is the year of our Lord 2025, right? There are so many more interesting things you can be saying than I'm cool and I'm hot. Because the thing is, those outfits don't even tell that story very convincingly. Like, if you are wearing a trendy outfit, I'm not going to think you're cool. I'm going to think you're boring and don't have a personality. So it doesn't even convey the right story, right? It's overplayed. To me, there's nothing cooler or sexier than having a vision and having a sense of individuality. So that's the story that we are going to tell. We are not going to say, I'm cool, I'm sexy, because that's not actually cool or sexy of you. So let's talk about how we tell a story through clothes, right? I have done a lot of performing in my life. I have a degree in music, vocal performance. So I've done like operas, recitals, musicals, things like that. And a big part of how you convey your character and your emotion is through your costume or what you're wearing. So say you're doing like the musical Cinderella. You want Cinderella's ball gown to be either like a white, a silver, or a blue, because that's the story of Cinderella. And you want it to be like big, poofy, but also classy, because Cinderella is classy, right? It's through these things that you're telling about her and about her story. You're not going to get like this over-the-top 80s prom dress for Cinderella because she's not an over-the-top person. So similarly, we need to figure out what we're conveying through our clothes. So one of my prized possessions is my 1970s Gunny Sacks prairie dress. And the reason I love this dress, it's not only because it's beautiful, but I love the 70s. I love like the hippie movement, trying to turn away from this mainstream culture and what's expected, and just accepting freedom and peace. I love a prairie dress because to me, prairie dresses symbolize the Old West. They symbolize looking back to like simpler times, but hard work and living off the land and appreciating nature. That's what a prairie dress symbolizes to me. So when I'm wearing my Gunny Sacks dress, I'm not just saying, ooh, this is a pretty dress. I'm saying, I love the 70s. I love the prairie style. I love the people who came before me. I love history. And of course, not every item of clothing I own is that symbolic and is going to represent so many things. But there definitely are pieces that do. Of course, not every piece of clothing is going to be that symbolic and represent that many things. But it is worth thinking about what your clothing represents. So like jeans. Almost everyone wears jeans. What do they represent? To me, they're workwear. They represent hard work. They represent the common people, for the people, by the people, right? My favorite jeans I own are wide-legged, relaxed jeans. So they symbolize, to me, casualness, comfort, right? Even something as simple as, okay, you're wearing jeans today. That still tells me something about you. I think we, as a culture, okay, need to get past this idea of only wearing clothes because they are cute or because they are attractive. Like, that is not a good enough reason. We are past the point of like beauty for beauty's sake. There are so many beautiful things. Like, being beautiful is simply not enough anymore. Guess what? Babies are really cute. That doesn't mean I'm gonna have a baby. That doesn't make any sense. So why do we do the same thing with clothes? Why am I buying an item of clothing just because it's cute? Like, come on, let's put a little bit more thought into that and into that consumerism, right? Don't overconsume things just because you like the look of it. At this point, that's not enough for me. And hopefully for you either, okay? So if we go back to this idea of clothing as an art form, we are expressing ourselves and connecting with others, right? The hard thing about expression is you don't get to choose how other people interpret it. So like with paintings, with like a Jackson Pollock painting, oftentimes the way we view that is not going to be the exact image or the exact story that he was telling us. It's open to interpretation, and that's something you have to accept, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't add a message to it. So, for example, this necklace I'm wearing, my friend has a matching one. So every time I wear this necklace, it's like connecting me to that friend. Now, if someone saw me on the street and saw this necklace, would they know that? No. But the point is not about their interpretation about it. It's about my expression of it, right? I care about the connection to my friend, even if someone else doesn't. So our clothing doesn't necessarily have to convey something to other people, but it should convey something for ourselves. One of my favorite ways to dress is by like having a character or a story that I'm telling in my outfit specifically. So an example of that, I have a friend and they had like this outfit that they wore that was like a button-up shirt, these like dress shorts, and like I think Doc Martens, and like a little newspaper boy cap. And they were like, oh my gosh, look at my little French boy outfit. And I was like, yes, exactly. I see your vision. We are dressing like little French boy here, right? Like I have a coat that I call my senator's wife coat because when I wear that coat, I feel like I look like a senator's wife. Now, am I actually? No. But that's a fun viewpoint and a fun spin to add to our clothes, telling a story through our clothes, telling a vibe. So if I don't know what to wear or how to get dressed for the day, I'll think of a vibe I want to convey or a character I want to dress like, and then that will inspire me throughout my day. So this outfit I'm wearing, it's kind of like, in my mind, it's giving 80s, because I'm wearing my 80s jeans with it. And it's like, I pick pieces that go together in this vibe and put them together like that, right? So it's like choosing to tell something with how I'm putting my outfit together. Because I could wear any jeans with this outfit. You can't even see my jeans. I could wear any jeans with this outfit, but I'm wearing my 80s jeans because I feel like that tells the story that I want to tell. So picking things intentionally and picking things that show who I am. My favorite color to wear is white. Do I look washed out in this? Yes, I probably do. Actually, I look very pale. But I don't care. This is what I like, and I'm showing that every time I wear a white top. Like, that is recognizable for me. I wear mini skirts all the time. That is recognizable for me. If someone had to design like a little avatar of me, what would they put them in? A mini skirt and a white top. And how do I know this? My friend actually has done that and sent it to me, and I was like, yeah, that's what I wear. It's like, it's okay to have a signature look because I'm conveying things I like. I'm conveying, I like mini skirts, I love the look, but also I love, like, I love the 60s. I love the women's liberation movement and just like being able to dress how we want to dress, embrace what we want to embrace. I feel like I've gone through kind of a similar thing in my life where it's a long story. I used to not wear mini skirts, but now I do. And for me, that was accepting myself and embracing what I wanted to embrace. So when I wear a mini skirt, to me, it's showing I love myself and I love my freedom. Okay? Maybe that's not what you're showing when you wear a mini skirt, but that's what I'm showing when I wear a mini skirt. So it makes me happy every time I put one on. Another thing, I typically don't wear makeup day to day. I'll wear it like a couple times a month. If you notice, I'm not, yeah, you probably noticed that. I'm not wearing any makeup right now. The reason I'm not wearing makeup is because self-acceptance is really important to me, and I like to be able to accept who I am and how I look without having to add makeup. Does that mean I'm judging you for wearing makeup? No, definitely not. And I love doing makeup. I think it's fun. But the story I am telling is that I accept myself without it. Maybe that's a different story from what you're telling when you don't wear makeup. Maybe your story is, I woke up late, I didn't want to put on my makeup. That's a great story to tell. But it's like, what is the why behind it? Do you wear makeup because it is socially expected of you, or do you wear makeup because you actually like it? Do you wear makeup because it enhances your features and makes you feel more like yourself, or do you wear makeup because you're insecure without it? Do you see the difference? You need to figure out why you're doing things and what story you are trying to tell for yourself. So I think personal style, it takes a lot of thought. It takes a lot of curation. I am not going to buy anything that's at the thrift store because it's cheap and cute. That's not what we're doing anymore. We are being intentional and thinking about why we want something. Not just like on a whim buying something. That's not cute, that's not interesting, that's not sexy. And you are cute, and you are interesting, and you are sexy, so you deserve a personal style that conveys that to other people. And more importantly, that conveys that to yourself. So yeah, that's my perspective on personal style. It is all about expression and storytelling. So next time you get dressed, or when you're planning out outfits, think about the story that you're telling. Think about the type of person you want to be, and then dress according to that. If you want to be someone who is put together, then dress like you're put together. If you want to be someone who's relaxed and chill, dress like you are relaxed and chill. And eventually this will help you develop those traits in yourself. And obviously it's like how you dress is not going to be a have-all end-all for what your personality is like. But, like I said with my husband, even when you don't mean to, your personality will come through your clothing. So, you should be careful with what you're telling and make sure that it's a story that you want to be told, not a story that you're accidentally revealing. Okay, thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any thoughts about this topic, or if you agree or disagree. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye!